In this video, we are going to study the chapter, the fundamental unit of life. The fundamental unit of life is cell. Actually, cell is a Latin word which means a little room. In the year 1665, when Robert Hooke, through a self-designed microscope, observed these little rooms in a cork and honeycomb. Cork is the bark of tree that is dried up and present at the outermost. These cells are very small to be seen by our eyes and can only be observed under a microscope. Here is an image of onion peel cells you may have seen if you have gone to lab. The invention of magnifying lens led to the discovery of microscopic world, which made the study of cells easier and in a more detailed way. Here is an image of onion peel in iodine solution. Actually, it is yellowish in color. Cell can be divided as unicellular. Unicellular means single cell, like amoeba, and multicellular means many cells, like humans, animals, plants. Here is an image of amoeba, which is an unicellular organism made up of one cell. Cells divide to produce cells of their own kind. So we can say that all cells thus come from pre-existing cells. Means parent cell gets divided into two daughter cells, and further the two daughter cells get divided into next two cells, and division goes on. The shape and size of cells are related to their specific function they perform. Some cells, like amoeba, they have changing shapes. It do not have a fixed shape. It is indefinite in shape. So, cell has got certain components known as cell organelles. Each kind of organelle performs a specific function. Specific means particular, such as making new material in the cell, clearing the waste, pumping the blood, digestion of food, and many other functions. These organelles together constitute the basic unit of life, known as cell. A cell is able to live and perform its functions because of cell organelles. Cell organelles is a network. All cells have same organelles, no matter what their function is and what organism they are found. Now the question comes, what is a cell made up of then? What is the structural organization of cell? So, if we study a cell under a microscope, we can find three features almost in every cell. These are plasma membrane, nucleus, and the cytoplasm. Plasma membrane or cell membrane. It is the outermost covering of the cell. This allows the entry and exit of material in the cell because it has pores on the membrane. Therefore, it is called selectively permeable membrane or SPM. Now the question, how does the movement of substances take place into the cell? And second question, how do substances move out of the cell? So, there are some substances like carbon dioxide or oxygen can move across the cell membrane or plasma membrane by the process called diffusion. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is intermixing of particles on their own, or here we can say movement of particles from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Something similar happens in the cell. For example, carbon dioxide is a cellular waste and need to be excreted out of the cell. So when there is difference in the concentration in the internal and external environment, carbon dioxide moves out of the cell through SPM, that is selectively permeable membrane, very fine and small pores. Through that it moves out. Similarly, oxygen enters the cell by the process of diffusion, when the level or concentration of oxygen is less in the cell or decreases. Thus, diffusion plays an essential role in the gaseous exchange between the cells, as well as cell and its external environment. Water also obeys the law of diffusion. The movement of molecules of water through selectively permeable membrane in the cell is known as osmosis. Absorption of water by the roots of plant is an example of osmosis. Features of plasma membrane or cell membrane. First, the plasma membrane is flexible and made up of organic molecules called lipids and proteins. Second, the flexibility of the membrane enables the cell to take in food and other materials from the external environment. Such processes of taking material is called endocytosis. Amoeba takes its food by such process. Nucleus. It is present in the middle of cell. The nucleus has double layered membrane called nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane has pores which allows the transfer of material in the cell. The nucleus plays a central role when the cell gets divided and forms two new cells. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which the parent cell gets divided into two new cells called the daughter cells. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid contained inside the plasma membrane. It contains many specialized organelles, cell organelles. Each of these cell organelles are enclosed by membranes, like endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria are the examples of cell organelles. Cell organelles are like a network. They are performing a specialized function.